Hey guys, and welcome back to another brand new video. And today we're in Wembley and we're here at none other than the Bubble Planet experience. I am very excited, and so is my brother, because this is actually a planned birthday gift that me and my mum wanted to give to him, as there's many like LED lights and lots of things in there that'll be very interesting for him to explore, and it would stimulate him a lot. But anyways, let's get into it.
Before we went inside the immersive experience, we came across a glass display with the attraction's name in the center and bubbles that were being illuminated by the LED lights on the top and bottom of the display. After a 30-second stroll through a small alley, we came along to our first stop, which was the dark room that was illuminated with the many LED floor tiles and had mirrors placed in every corner. The floor tiles were packed together and were created in a way that you were walking on the water that was being shown on the screens. Under the water were a few treasure chests that were illuminated by a golden hue surrounding each of them, and also a variety of colourful fish, ranging from pink, yellow and blue, stingrays that were hovering around, and even a few brown hammerhead sharks. However, the coolest thing about the fish was that if you stamped your feet close to any of the fish, like they would in real life, they would disperse from your feet and a ripple will form just like one would if you stepped in shallow water. We all enjoyed seeing the fish dart around and away from us whenever he stomped our feet, especially my brother, who was following the fish everywhere. The next room that we went to was a room packed with eager people who were amongst many huge balloons that you could do anything with. In the center of the room was a large inflatable palm tree that was nearly double my height. I was intrigued by this room as I smacked every balloon in sight as hard as I could, which of course meant it would fly up to the ceiling and then gently float back down to the rest of them. As well as that, I also like balancing the balloons on my fingers, so I had to do that before smacking the balloons into another dimension. My brother seemed to also gradually explore this unique room, but was initially scared due to the balloons flying all around him and also the occasional sound of one popping. If I tried to give him one, he would hold it for around 5 seconds before handing it over to me again. Afterwards, we admired what was a large dome positioned at the center of another dark room. This dome was nothing more than a huge 3D LED screen that was projecting many different colourful patterns that were moving around in a similar manner to acrylic paint. It was rather satisfying to see it move like that. Just as we were about to move on to the next section, we soon discovered that we could actually go inside it. Inside the dome laid a few bean bags that people could sit on, and anything that you said or any sound that you made would echo through the inside, as there were many speakers placed around the dome which recorded every action that you did. We suddenly found ourselves staring at a huge bathtub filled with nothing but white balls. It was really cool to look at with many large inflatables, including a giant person's head and feet poking out of the pit, and also a machine in the middle that would light up if you could successfully throw a ball into the middle of it. I was eager to get inside and tried to convince my brother to join. Unfortunately, after a few steps into the pit, my brother quickly stepped out and hurried to sit with my mum.
I'm inside, and I'm pretty sure I'm about to go on the balls. What if even if I lie down like this, I'm about to drown.
After rolling around in the ball pit, we came to a small corridor with a few of their digital games. The first one I played was rather cool, as you had to blow into a gold cone-like shape. When you blew into it, a woman projected on the screen in front of you would blow bubbles at the exact same time. The other one that I played was Pop the Balloon. There was a gear stick that you could turn to see what you could pop the balloon with, including a cactus, a swordfish, and even the Eiffel Tower. There was also something that if you stepped on inflated the balloon until it was popped by what you had selected. We then went into a small room where we were held a few meters up in the air, whilst the large screen that took up the entire length of the room and even the ground beneath us projected a few videos in various fictional locations, creating an illusion that we were flying in a hot air balloon. In fact, the ceiling of the area that we were sitting under was filled up with none other than various different coloured balloons. It was quite mesmerising to see the different places that we were heading towards, and in fact, after completely focusing on every aspect of them, I felt as if I was actually in these places. After sitting in that room for a while, we went into what was the most visually stunning section in the entire trip. Inside was what seemed like hundreds of orbs of all sizes, hanging from the ceiling and all simultaneously alternating between various colours, ranging through all the colours in the rainbow. To make this illusion seem infinite, they had also placed mirrors everywhere, enhancing the effect that we were in an exilus room. However, this was a slight downside, as I was a little confused as to where to go. At least it proves to you how strong and realistic it was. We then headed to a VR experience that I decided to take a look at. In fact, this was the first time that I had ever used a VR headset. This is what I saw. I was initially in a small Greek temple room with a white fountain in front of me, adorned with 4 white lion statues on each side that were blowing bubbles. I was soon taken into the lion's mouth and was found in a pink environment with magenta trees, large blue frogs, and even a few deers. I then dove into the sea and was exploring a large coral reef and an underwater cave with pink and green crystals before finding myself in the mouth of a giant clam. I was soon taken up to the skies and looked down upon a few of the 7 wonders of the world, including the Colosseum, the pyramids, and the Temple of Artemis, before I finally came a halt at my starting point. Before the end of our time at Bubble Planet, we came across a pair of large robot arms. These arms had a string-like material that was dipped into a bowl containing soapy water before being lifted out in the shape of a smiley face and taken to the left side. After a few seconds of letting any excess drip out, it was moved quickly to the other side, creating a large bubble that anyone could pop. Finally, since we were feeling peckish, we had an incredibly delicious dessert, which was none other than an Oreo waffle. In a cup, a freshly made waffle was placed with vanilla ice cream in the center, chocolate sauce drizzled on top, Oreo crumbs with chocolate pieces, and of course for the cherry on top, an Oreo.
So we've just come out of the Bubble Planet experience, and oh wow, it was really good and we all loved it. There was a lot of things that was very interactive, and there was stuff that we could all do, stuff that everyone could get into without hurting themselves and all that stuff. And yeah, my brother absolutely loved it. He was smiling the entire time. But anyways, thank you guys for watching this brand new video. I do hope you enjoyed it. Please do make sure to like this video and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
3, 2, 1. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Rafi. Happy birthday to you.